Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Friday, November 18th, 2022.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. As winter closes in across the country, a few drivers will make a decision that keeps them safer on the road. They'll buy a set of winter tires that give them more control behind the wheel, improving their steering, acceleration, and most important, reducing their stopping distance on cold weather when the road is slick with rain or snow or ice. People used to call them snow tires, but winter tires actually improve your traction anytime the temperature falls below 40 degrees. That's because they're made with rubber that's been treated to stay flexible and grippy when it gets cold. The tire's tread is also designed to help them with wet surfaces and snow, but the special rubber is the key. If you can consistently see your breath, you should probably have already changed to winter tires, according to TJ Campbell, tire testing manager for the Tire Rack. Snow tires cost money, but maybe less than you think, in part because using them helps extend the life of your other tires. If you switch to winter tires around Thanksgiving and keep them on till tax day, April 15th, you'll extend the life of your 3-season tires enough that the 2 sets should last you 6 years, about the same amount of time you'd probably go through 2 sets if you used them year-round. Prices for snow tires vary depending on the brand and what kind of vehicle you own. They can be as little as $80 or $90. You should also get cheap wheels, probably steel, that you can leave on the tires year-round. That all adds up, but it's probably less than the cost of repairs after you slide into another car on a slippery road.
Hi, I'm Arbel Lobo. I cover politics and state government for the Detroit Free Press. With Democrats in Michigan set to take control of the state legislature in January, the current House and Senate's so-called lame duck session could be a bit slow, meaning action on pending changes to Michigan's minimum wage might have to wait. Earlier this year, a court ruling determined that the legislature acted unconstitutionally back in 2018 when it adopted legislation brought forward by a petition initiative but amended that legislation in the very same session. That petition would have raised the state's minimum wage and eventually eliminated the tip minimum wage, the hourly pay given to servers, bartenders, and other workers who were expected to make the bulk of their earnings in tips. Instead, the legislature took action to gradually increase the minimum wage at a lower rate and to keep the tip minimum wage in place. July's court ruling was eventually followed by a similar ruling that would have staved off the boost to minimum wage from taking effect until February 19th. Restaurant owners and advocacy groups are worried about the changes, which would raise the minimum wage to $12 an hour and make the tip minimum wage 90% of that. The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association estimates that somewhere between 40 and 50,000 restaurant jobs would be lost, attributing this to higher wage bills for restaurant owners. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is also concerned about the business ramifications. She said she's hopeful lawmakers send a solution to her desk and named the lame duck session as an ideal time to craft one. But it's unclear that the outgoing legislature is focused on minimum wage. A Senate GOP spokesperson said it's unlikely any action is taken up during the final sessions. Now, the state has appealed the original court ruling, and oral arguments are slated for next month. If a solution doesn't come through the courts, it would be up to the state government, or wages could drastically change early next year.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. Ford Field will host some NFL football this Sunday. It just won't feature the Detroit Lions. Due to an awful snowstorm that is going to hit the Buffalo area this weekend, 2 AFC teams will be playing in NFC country on Sunday. The game originally scheduled between the Buffalo Bills and Cleveland Browns has been moved to Ford Field. New York Governor Kathy Hochul declared a state of emergency on Thursday morning for the state of New York. This isn't the first time where a game that was impacted by weather has been moved to Ford Field. The last time the Bills had a game moved due to the weather was in November of 2014 when a game against the Jets was moved to Detroit and played on a Monday night. Following Sunday's game in Detroit, where's the Bills' next game? Well, it's in Detroit. on Thursday when they face the Lions on Thanksgiving Day.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.